Welcome to Africa Trending Now. This is where we share live updates about the happening in the country. As you can see, over the past 24 hours, there have been a lot of discussions in the country. So we are going to look at it one after the other, starting from the girls that were kidnapped, and every other trending news on our desk. So let us look at what Ruben Abati said about Nicki Minaj's statement at the UN.
That she should just concentrate on American where there is religious freedom. My repost was that, look, Nicki Minaj is a rapper, right, from Trinidad, Port of Spain. That she should just concentrate on Anaconda rap music and what's that fans called? Babs. This is not, as far as I'm concerned, she's chasing clout, even if she has been invited to this forum by White House advisor and also by Michael Walls. The thing is 1 o'clock, you said, Eastern GMT. Well, I think what we should do, since now the Americans are adding, influencers and all of that, we also have influencers here. Look, if I were to advise on strategy, by that time when Nicki Minaj is speaking, we should put Tiwa Savage on national television for Tiwa Savage to express patriotic opinion, to say that this is what Nicki Minaj, this is what, whatever she wants to say.
There's no Christian
whatever she wants to say. Whatever she wants to say. Because this is not a matter for people chasing clout, looking for influence and all that. We can also have Tiwa Savage or other people to defend their country, whatever their belief is.
Christian
That's what I think.
It's not about defending Nigeria. Killings are going on.
Well, whatever you say. No, I've not stopped. There are about 5 topics. I've just started.
We know the White House is arranging her speech.
Now, with Sheikh Hasina, it's about polarity. We have these leaders who start.
So, guys, you can hear what Ruben Abati said, just mentioned about this Nicki Minaj. I really don't understand the angle that he is coming from. You understand? Because at the end of the day, this issue has been a pressing issue, you get, on the plate of the presidency, and they have been trying to deal with this situation for a very long time. So for Ruben Abati to come and mention that Nicki Minaj should face a musical career and not speak up, I don't think, in my own opinion, was the right statement to make. And Ruben Abati is someone whom I respect so much, being experienced with journalism, but this statement, no. It's a no for me. So let's look at this. Let's look at some of the news coming out from Kebbi.
What are your opinions of the resurgence of abductions and kidnapping? Because this is 25 students that have been kidnapped. They have a case that happened recently, 4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, in Naija, Zamfara. And we just have like a new service chief. What is your opinion on this resurgence? It's like this is starting all over again.
We haven't forgotten Chibok. We haven't forgotten that it's a failure of intelligence. I believe that by now, the government should have the eavesdropping ability to be able to listen to internet chatter, to be able to listen to telephone calls, to be able to track flows when the people left. However they left from, they should be able to be tracked, where they went. We should be able to follow, as they're going. Even if it's motorbikes, they're leaving trails, they're leaving tracks. Then hopefully they'll make a phone call and tell us what they want. Babies ransom, we don't know. But security people should be prepared that if a phone call comes from them, they should have all their technology ready to be able to track where the phone call is coming from. So it's a sad thing. I mean, at this stage of our solution, this kind of thing should not be able to happen.
The statement by Mr. Daya Toby that the security agency should track the bandits. This thing has been happening. It happened during the GED administration. What was the result? What was the outcome? Nothing came out from it. So I personally don't even think that such thing will ever happen, because for the fact that it happened during GED administration and now it's happening again, I get to believe that this thing is like orchestrated, like it's planned, you understand, by some certain people. So the issue of bandits and everything in Nigeria is complex. It's complex. You know, let's watch what Fox News has to say about the genocide
in the region. Tell us briefly what you're told.
Well, they're living in fear constantly, and so many have been displaced. Between 4 and 10 million have been forced out of the region and live in the most horrific conditions, what can only be described as concentration camps all over the country. The government denies them, calls them criminals and beggars and thieves. It's really a horrific existence, being the victims of jihad genocide. It's really a desperate situation there.
Explain, when you go to Nigeria, when you've been there many times, and you speak with Christians who are remaining in the region, tell us briefly what you're told.
Well, they're living in fear constantly, and so many have been displaced. Between 4 and 10 million have been forced out of the region and live in the most horrific conditions, what can only be described as concentration camps all over the country. The government denies them, calls them criminals and beggars and thieves. It's really a horrific existence, being the victims of jihad genocide. It's really a desperate situation there.
Yes,
Explain,
it's true.
when you go to
Because
Nigeria,
if you
when
look
you've
at
been
it,
there.
it's true. You know, everybody, they are living in fear. You see people going to church, they can't even worship, they can't even do anything. They are all living in fear. So I really don't know what they are trying to do about this thing. It's getting out of hand. Every now and then, Christians being attacked, Christians being unalived. The situation is getting worse, and it needs a serious decision to be taken about this issue. You understand? So let's look at more reactions, more stuff that we have been seeing online today. Okay, this is about the 26 girls. Let's hear what this woman has to say.
Out of 26,
Welcome, guys.
two
Welcome,
escaped.
guys. Please
Meaning
tap on the screen,
now
please, guys.
abducted students are 24. So the two students that escaped, one Salma and Hawa Iman, they are back and they are safe. So precisely this is what happened there. Only 2 escaped so far. 24 abducted. Yes.
Okay, it's not.
This is a tragedy that puts everyone around us into a trauma. It is a trauma because one should put his humble self into the shoe of the parents of the affected girls. This is terrible indeed. We don't know where they sleep. We don't know how the environment they are. We don't know the type of food they are fed with. So this trauma is a tragedy in totality. Let me use this forum and implore the general public to please avoid misleading information on this issue of GGCS's MAGA, because I have seen a lot of unauthentic write-ups that has no source, no reliable source. However, I employ the journalists and news outlets to only take the authentic information regarding this particular incident. The governor, His Excellency Dr. Nasser Karangondo, has intensified the security of our schools, and also promised that, inshallah, the abducted students will be brought back.
The situation is getting really out of hand, and I hope that the necessary agencies in charge of this situation, take every necessary step, because as it is now, it's just looking at like what happened during the Goodluck Ebele Jonathan administration. It is playing out again. Yeah, guys, look at what Senator. Let's listen to what Senator Abdul Ningi, said about this situation. Let's listen to him, guys. Let's listen to him, guys.
Will you be sleeping? Is it possible for you to survive? Yesterday we lost a general, Brigadier General Uba Musa, and the videos being circulated. And 24 hours after, you saw what happened in Kebbi. What we are missing is that these people have taken advantage of our infallibility to keep getting at us. Imagine if any one of us has a daughter now in captivity in Kebbi. Will you be sleeping? Is it possible for you to survive when your own daughter is taken? And I represent Bauchi Central. Bauchi said, President, we are facing an essential threat collectively as people. And by the time we begin to procrastinate and say it is this group against this group, it is this religion against this religion, the events of the last few weeks prove to all Nigerians that these attacks comes to any Nigerian, irrespective of tribe, region, and religion. And therefore, Mr. President, the more we begin to see ourselves as being victims of these terrorists, the better for all of us. Yesterday, we lost a general, Brigadier General Uba Musa, and the videos being circulated. And 24 hours after, you saw what happened in Kebbi. What we are missing is that these people have taken advantage of our infallibility to keep getting at us. Now we are being saddled with a responsibility going forward. Are these terrorists appeasable? Can we reach out to them? There are one school of thought who imagined that these terrorists could be reached and then discussions take place. There is another school of thought who thinks that these terrorists should be met with all the posts required to meet them. And that is the entanglement, Mr. President, we're in. It is left for all of us. You have 2 seconds remaining. You took my 30 seconds saying, so it took the parliament like ours to come up and tell this government whether we can appease these terrorists or that we can go after these terrorists. Lives have been lost. Imagine if any one of us has a daughter now in captivity.
That's true.
In Kebbi. Will you be sleeping? Is it possible for you to survive when your own daughter is taken? And because these daughters are not ours, we begin to be political and lackadaisical in meeting the expectations of our people. It's a bad day for me, sir. I rest my case. Senator Aminu, Sokoto South Senatorial District.
I really love what Senator Abdul Ningi, what he mentioned there. And guys, Moku think this thing. Like, on a serious note, if their Pekin, they among those kidnapped girls, won't they have acted? Won't they have acted? Won't they have acted? They would have acted. We need more senators to speak up so actions can be taken, about this kidnap situation for these girls so they can be rescued. So we'll not have the situation of the Chibok girls, that occurred then. This was the pastor. Remember this pastor? He was the one that made that killing go viral. This was the video. For those that didn't really see it,
my children, I told them if I die, I'm among the next target that they are looking for me to kill. I've already said it. I've already said goodbye to my parents, to my children. I told them if I die, that's it.
Guys,
but when it comes to saying the truth with facts on the ground, look at the facts.
Please, guys.
The president of CAN in Nigeria denied. What sort of president? I hope he's not a member of a cultism. Because if he's a member of the cultism, he's a partaker of blood sucking in Nigeria. But I know it's not there. May God show him mercy. May God forgive him. He's innocent. He's ignorant. What he was saying, he doesn't know it. He doesn't know what is happening with us here in the north, especially Middleburg.
That's true. Well, finally, at least people reacted about it. So this morning, this news came. It says Canadian court declares APC PDP terrorist organization, denies asylum to fleeing Nigerian politicians. So let's listen to what this military personnel is saying, guys.
Good morning, gentlemen. One of these problems we are having in the armed forces today is because we give the enemies chance to outsmart us.
Welcome, guys.
The 48 laws of power, number 22, page 163, says, use the surrender tactics to transform weakness into power. Now, you send our soldiers to battlefield, and along the line of the battle, the soldiers overpowered the bandits or the Boko Haram. Because they have been overpowered, they now applied the 48 laws of power by surrendering. Now, the soldiers now applied the military rules of engagement and decided not to fire them because they have surrendered. At this stage, they got them arrested in order to investigate them and get more of their secrets. Now, instead of focusing on getting their secrets, the government now retained them and said they are repented Boko Haram. You enroll them into the army, you are paying them salary and train them, giving them more secrets of the soldiers. And by the time they got the power, they will reinforce more and come back for you because of what? They already know your.
So the situation is just you just get as this is the sound, honestly. You know, you capture bandits. After capturing them, you say they are repentant, and you put them into the system. What kind of thing is that? What kind of thing is that? We have a lot of intelligent graduates graduating every year, every day by day. We have graduates. We have people that are highly intelligent that can work in the military and deliver this country. Must it be the repentant bandits? The level of unemployment, if a lot of unemployed youths are introduced into the system, given the required training, given the required equipment, I bet you the situation will not be like this. But because only God knows, and God will save us for this country, man. So we have this video of this Arewa leader. This morning he was saying something. He was saying how we, the Fulani aristocrats, organized the 1984 coup d'etat led by Buhari in order to stop the Yoruba people from reclaiming Kwara State in the Second Republic. Let's listen to this video. It's very, very interesting.
That made some of us to recruit us. Some of us who recruited him into politics had a mission. And I will reveal that mission today. General Buhari came into politics. It wasn't his province. He never liked politicians because he believed we are fake and that we don't mean what we say. But there was an incident that made some of us to recruit him, convince him, and used other people to convince him to join politics. And even though we had our own agenda, because in 1999 and 2000, the OPC was on rampage in some parts of the country, especially Southwest, and to the extent that they mobilized over 500 vehicles to come and invade Ilorin with the sole aim of uprooting what they called Fulani structures in Ilorin. And we felt that was too much. And Obasanjo was doing nothing. President Obasanjo was doing nothing. President Bola Tinubu, then governor of Lagos, was doing nothing. And some of us felt that those group of people were being encouraged by their leaders in position of authority. So how do we stop that? And I called a meeting in Kaduna at Alhaji Bashar Al-Hatu's house in a place called Unguan Kaji, directly opposite the house of General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. And some of those we invited included Alhaji Wadanas, Professor Yadudu, Bashir Al-Hatu himself, Alhaji Yahya Sulehama, and a host of others, about 34 of us. And we sat down to reason, how do we save our people from this OPC menace? So we said, I suggested that we have to, because you remove government through only two ways: the ballot of through the barrel of the gun and through the ballot box.
Through the barrel.
And they said it was impossible to challenge General Obasanjo.
Guys, did you
that was how Buhari came to.
Said, yeah. He said through the barrel of the gun or through the ballot box. Can you imagine that, guys? Can you imagine that, guys? Eh?
Came to our mind. And when he was approached, he had a very unkind words for politicians. But since he didn't say he was not doing, we still pursued him. To cut a long story short, we achieved our first purpose of putting a break to what OPC was doing. Because immediately Buhari joined partisan politics, and we had a very big outing in Daura to initiate him into politics. The Obasanjo government became restive and was shaken to its bone marrow, and because those were some of his our thinking. So Obasanjo had to really checkmate the OPC. So for that reason, we have achieved our first purpose of bringing General Buhari into partisan politics. So the remaining now is history. They wanted to dismantle, as what is happening across the country now. They wanted to dismantle his platform of ANPP, APC, ANPP. And we made a counter platform by establishing the Buhari Organization, TBO, which we used as a platform for promoting his political ideals. Of course, all this are now history. Some smart people who are politically ambitious came in and threw us out. That is how we parted ways with him.
Now, guys, what I noticed from this video, the issue we are having in Kwara now didn't just start today. It started for a very long time. A very long time. This issue has been there. You heard what this elderly man said now. Galadima, you heard what he said. How they planned, how all the efforts they made, but eventually it was hijacked. You see, so where is it now? The person now has passed on. You get, has passed on. This particular story, this other particular story, man, is very touching. It's very touching. Guys, I need you all to listen to this one.
The Commissioner of Police and Area Commander of Dusamba Zone. Abdurrahman Jankari is one of the most notorious bandits in Northwest. He was even the one who masterminded killing of the late Aminu Day, Assistant Commissioner of Police and Area Commander of Dusamba Zone. Now, when he killed him, because it was in my local government, he left Nokofi police station to where he will go and do the operation, because he was a very fine officer, incorruptible, and all this, everybody knows about him. Now, when he went for that operation and they encircled him based on certain kind of betrayal from within his own cycle, I believe, when he was killed by that Jankari, the following day, all the big bandits in the area had a party in Saskia, one village about 10 kilometers from Duskuma, and they were celebrating the killing of Amin, late Amin. And Jankari Tam was the uniform of Amin, and they were hailing him. Everybody, he went to the party. Yes, to the uniform of Amin. Now everybody know, and from time to time he would put the uniform and be going around the town. So when this so-called peace deal which they arranged, when he came for that meeting, She came with the uniform of Let Amin, with the name Amin Umar. During a peace deal, very appreciated. I said, you have the security, you are there, you have the police, who they kill Assistant Commissioner of Police. So, and why I tell you it cannot be a normal peace, because the conditionalities were given by the bandit. The bandit directed that no police should come with uniform. Police who were there, none of them went with uniform.
So according to what he said now, he said bandit killed a whole ACP, still went to a peace deal with his uniform. This is a serious issue. This is a serious issue. Guys, look at it. The entire security of the agencies, forces have been compromised, in my opinion. I stumbled upon this quote, and I thought I should read it for you guys. It says, "The new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great-grandfather, Othman Dan Fodio. We must ruthlessly prevent a change of power. We use the minorities of the North as willing tools and the South as a conquered territory, and never allow them to rule over us, and never allow them to have control over their future." Ahmadu Bello. This was a quote allegedly by him that I saw online, posted by this Twitter handle, African Jesus. So this can actually be some of the ideas these guys are carrying on their head. You understand? That's making them become so violent, so violent. Let's listen to this guy too.
Genocide, yet the moment they are presented with so let me get this straight. The wokety woke folk in Hollywood have spent the last 2 years pretending to care so deeply about those affected by a quote-unquote genocide, yet the moment they are presented with an actual genocide that is currently taking place, a real documented genocide that has been happening for the last 20 some odd years, that of Christians in Nigeria, all of a sudden, they are nowhere to be found. All except for Nicki Minaj. Now, you could say what you want about Nick, and Lord knows I have had my own things to say about Nicki. But one thing I cannot say is that she is not willing to speak her mind when it is necessary or even unnecessary. Guess what? Soon as she spoke out about what is happening to Christians in Nigeria, all of a sudden,
welcome guys.
All of a sudden,
please like the live, guys.
Problematic. Please. I thought we were speaking up for those who are being genocided. Thought that's what we're doing here. I didn't know we were selecting based upon ethnicity, religion. Yeah, I didn't get the memo.
People, how now would they blame Nicki Minaj? Say she spoke out about the killing in Nigeria. Listen to what this former Muslim got to say about this Islam thing. Let's listen.
Be used to defend Islam. As Christians, don't bother yourself whenever you see a Muslim trying to explain certain things from the Bible. You know why? Because Quran can never be used to defend Islam. This is reality. If you check most of the Muslims and most of the clerics in Islam, what they do is whenever you ask them a question, they will rush to the Bible to explain certain things in Islam. You know why? Because the Quran is dependent. It's independent. the Muslims depend on the Bible, on the scriptures, because a lot of contradictions in the Quran. They don't understand it. That's why Quran chapter 21, verse 7, as explicitly said it. Quran 21, verse 7. If you check it, Quran chapter 10, verse 94, it's also there. So we are calling on the Muslims to give their life to Christ Jesus, because there's no another way apart from our Lord Jesus Christ.
This from a Muslim. Una hear wetin that guy talk. Una hear wetin the guy talk. Hey, it's serious. Let's look at what
And the Trump administration is now telling the Nigerian, the east side of Manhattan, right in front of the United Nations, right here on the property. And the focus today, radical Islamic terrorists are slaughtering Christians by the tens of thousands. And the Trump administration is now telling the Nigerian government to make it stop, or else, and he fills in that blank for them. Republican Senator Ted Cruz has introduced legislation on what's happening. He was with me yesterday.
There is literally no country on planet Earth where Christians are being murdered at anywhere near the rate they are being murdered in Nigeria.
Raised and by Baptist and by Harris.
The east side of Manhattan, right in front of the United Nations, right here on the property. And the focus today.
Everything that is happening now. Everybody don't know now. It's spreading. It's spreading. You get, it's spreading. Same thing, this one, what they said here on Sunday.
There. The country split into three countries. President Trump continues to ramp up calls for Nigeria to do more to protect Christians in that country. Let's take a closer look at the roots of religious tension there. The country split into three sections, the north largely Muslim and at least partially governed by Sharia law. The middle belt, which is mixed, and the heavily Christian south. Much of the violence against Christians that we've been hearing about takes place in the northeast region of the country at the hands of jihadist groups like Boko Haram, as well as Fulani militias in the central belt and elsewhere. According to the International Society for Civil Liberties and the Rule of Law, more than 7,000 Christians have been killed in Nigeria this year alone, some 125,000 in the last 16 years, and more than 19,000 churches burned. So let's bring in Congressman Riley Moore, one of the first lawmakers to bring this to national attention. Good to have you on Fox News Sunday.
Shannon, thanks for having me on.
So I know the president has tapped you and Congressman Tom Cole to look into this. Can you tell us anything about how you'll investigate and what options you may give to the president, or what plans he should have for handling this?
Yes, we've already started that investigation, and it's the House Appropriations Committee, and we're working with the other relevant stakeholders in Congress, including the House Foreign Affairs Committee, also working with leadership and their staff as well, to present findings to the president here as soon as we can. And once we have some real ground truth from our perspective, obviously we've been working with the State Department, the NSC as well, and the White House staff, and we're in constant coordination and communication on this issue, but we're going to get to the bottom of this. And obviously the map that you just showed really highlights the tragedy that's going on there, how horrific this is, these killings of these Christians, our brothers and sisters in Christ. But we, and as President Trump has stated, we're going to stop this.
Well, he's talked about potentially boots on the ground there, going in guns a-blazing. But I want to read something from Nigeria's president. He says the characterization of Nigeria as religiously intolerant doesn't reflect our national reality. Religious freedom and tolerance have been a core tenet of our collective.
You see? So that is it. So this, I saw one other broadcast about this guy here. He mentioned a lot of things, saying how, talking about how Yoruba this and this and that. You know, it's just so disturbing, guys. I need you to listen to this and hear for yourself. Not hear for yourself.
To become the next president of Nigeria, this is a direct message to people from Southwest.
Oh yeah,
they have been calling us Northerns. Also are filing names that we are parasites, that we are useless, that they are going to teach us a lesson 2027, that even if Tinubu excelled
to become the next president of Nigeria, that they are going to bring somebody from south, not the north. Maybe they have baby mentality. They don't know the north. They don't know our history. One state in northern Nigeria is equivalent to the whole of Southwest. My lecturer once told me something. My Calabar lecturer once told me something. He said, never ever in your life trust a Yoruba land. He said, if a Yoruba man shake your hand, he mean maybe or no. While in your heart, he mean yes. While in his heart, he mean no. He said, if a Yoruba man nod his head, he mean no. They are hypocrite in nature. He said, never ever trust a Yoruba man. Our northern brothers, they make a great mistake. Me personally, I do not vote for Tinubu because I already know the nature of Yoruba. They are hypocrites. They behave like chameleons. And once they hijack power, their true color will prevail. And we have seen what Tinubu is doing, what Tinubu is trying to do regarding the tax reforms. The governor of Bauchi, Bala Mohammed, has warned President Bola Tinubu that his reform policy is anti-northern Nigeria, that we are going to teach him a lesson. This is not oligarchy. You understand? If he insisted that he is arrogant, that he insisted that the tax reform must come to stay, we are going to teach him a lesson 2027. He's going to where he come from, Osun State and Lagos State did not vote for him 2023 election. He did not win election in Osun and Lagos State. Did not voted for him. Me personally, I did not vote for him. And this fight did not voted for him. He only got 8.4 million. This fight, 4 people came from the north. He did not even get a massive vote. You understand? Let me assure you, people from Southwest, that we are going to teach you a lesson. This is your hypocrite nature. We are going to teach you a lesson. You are going to lose election. And once a Yoruba man lost election, a Yoruba man will never ever rule this country. Even thinking of becoming a vice. Let me tell you, so guys, we are going to teach this Yoruba. This direct message to Yoruba land.
Nigerian guys.
Once Tinubu lost election, no any Yoruba man will ever click to power again. This is a message to you because we have already identified your hypocrite nature. My father told me, he said never, my Calabar lecturer told me never ever trust a Yoruba man because they have hypocrite nature. They have what they say and what they mean are two different things. Never ever trust them. They are hypocrite people in nature. This is a direct message to you. I'm just warning you, Yoruba people, that calling us all sort of names, insulting us on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook will not make you to become a president 2027. Tinubu is OTP, one-term president, period, inshallah. This nuisance delay.
Yoruba don't suffer. God damn it. If Numbu, I must abuse you. If Numbu now, Ogun go kill your papa, Ogun go kill your mama, Ogun go kill your children.
Since when I born, you never seen this kind of abuse before. Turubu, I must abuse you. Turubu, number 1, Ogun go kill your papa. Turubu, number 2, Ogun go kill your mama. Turubu, number 3, Ogun go kill your children. Turubu, number 4, Ogun go bury all your family. Turubu is a god to you. A god to you. Turubu is a god to you. And wow.
When Tifnumbu vouched for Okuwari, Yorubas were not hypocrites then. When Bukwari destroyed Nigeria, brought his Fulani terrorists upon us, invaded our land, killed our people. Tifnumbu and his gang, they did all they could to gaslight us, the Yorubas. Yorubas were not betrayers then. They were not hypocrites. When Tifnumbu helped Bokwari to rig himself again in 2019, Yorubas were not hypocrites. Now that Tifnumbu that said it's my turn, is now dealing everybody the same shaggy, whether from the north or from the south, everybody they collect them steady. Yorubas are now hypocrite. Deal with him.
Yes.
Okay.
Abi.
Majority of Yorubas, like you said, never supported Tifnumbu. Now, that believed that Tifnumbu that looked sick, probably about to die, and the power will return back to Una. Now he's showing you the other side of the coin. You want to put it on Yorubas. Now we're going to kill all of Una, one by one. If Una no do Una worse, but I actually want Tifnumbu to get them and rig them so that make everything just scatter, burn down. You get, what would you say the Yorubas are benefiting in Nigeria right now? You that is watching me, maybe you'll be Fulani or you'll be Hausa, doesn't really matter. In your mind, what do you think the Yorubas are benefiting in Nigeria right now because of Tifnumbu? Oh, the appointment. Bokwari destroyed Nigeria for 8 years, made billionaires, multi-billionaires from northern Nigeria. Yet northern Nigeria remained the poorest region. The people from northern Nigeria, they remain the poorest in the entire Africa.
That is heartbreaking.
So what's its exact benefit that the Yorubas are benefiting right now that the Fulanis are not? What kind of shaggy the Yorubas are facing right now? Or what kind of shaggy the Hausas, the Northerners are facing in Nigeria right now that the Yorubas are not facing? What exactly? You see, we all know, some of us who are educated enough, we know that this your contraption are fake. And we can't wait for all of them to burn them down. Everybody, they go their separate ways. Yeah? 2027, I can't wait. Made the whole Kasala burst. Yeah? Made the whole burning and the breakdown start from northern Nigeria. Look, una shoot Tifnumbu. In your life till you die. Aboki, don't ever involve Yorubas in your mouth again. In your life. Because now you Olori Brukus. Because that's what we call you unfortunate people who use religion and what have you, your tribal, religious, and whatever other things for politics that sustained APC. The genuine people rejected APC. But Una did everything to make sure that you were threatening people for APC. Now you want to turn around and blame Yoruba. Now we're going to kill you. Listen to this, Aboki.
This budget, they are making it for themselves and their family. That company, Mr. President, give to 15 trillion. What is the name of the company? Who is the owner of the company? 15 trillion. Without passing through the Senate. And then he achieved another one for buying aircraft for himself, 150 billion US dollars. Then I buy 1.5 billion for himself and his vehicle. Then you expect result, my brother. This 2027 that we are just 47 trillion is for himself and the National Assembly and their family. It's not for me and you, the poor man. So let's just forget about it. Not even put yourself so the hypertension cannot kill you.
Guys,
or you have high blood pressure for nothing. They are nothing or God will offer. Nothing. The project is just for them and themselves. Okay, you ask yourself, you make a project 28 trillion. No road. Commission one road. Now let us see it. Commission the road, let us see, not by TV. Tell us this is what you are doing. And every day, the same Mr. President is new hope. No.
So guys, guys, see, the issue here now is the Northerners are infuriated. They are very unhappy about everything that is happening. Maybe probably because the blueprint is not going the way they have envisaged it. Now they are beginning to put the blame on the Yorubas. Man, you don't have to blame anybody. We have to work together. I think at this stage, that's what we need to do. Yes, as it's going now, I think that's what we need to do.
No new hope. No new hope. From rice from 30,000 to 110,000. Guinea corn from 40,000 from 20,000 to 130. Then you are telling me there's a new hope. Which new hope? Where is the new hope, Oga? Dollar from 450 naira 23 before you take over. What is the dollar now? Going to almost 1,655 point something. So is there any achievement? As far as I'm concerned, this budget is for themselves and their family. It's not for me and you, the masses. Let us just forget about it and let us hold ourselves. God will take us 2027. We cannot continue like this. You say it's democracy. We agree. But if the democracy, they make the project and they pass the project, tell us this is what I want to do with this money. And let us see it in the ground. Then you can't confuse or you just put it in the paper. We are educated. We are not illiterate. And personally, in democracy, you have freedom of speech. So I see when somebody speaks, they say, me, I don't care for arrest. I don't care to death. It's nonsense. You arrest me, you arrest nonsense. You kill me, it's only one bullet. I don't care about it. What I'm after is the truth. I am a Nigerian. I'm a citizen. So the budget you make is with me and my family and you, another person's family, all my brothers. Where is the road? Is it from the road from east or south or north? None. No road, nothing. And we are still suffering. Then what are we talking about? Say there's a project. Where is the project? We don't have any project. As far as I'm concerned, even formally, when the minister come for works and housing, you go to Kaduna, you go some place, you see me road, where is the helmet? You end up where is the helmet? Or you just go back, focus on that 15 trillion. 15 trillion project, that is why I focus. The other project, they ignore it. This tune that they make, we will see the project and we will see what they do for us. And let the Mr. President come and address the nation. My 2 years, this is what I want to do for my 2 years anniversary. I've commissioned Soso Road, I've commissioned Soso Road, I've commissioned Soso Road, and let us see, not by TV or by paper. That is just what we want with the masses of Nigeria. And let the food come down. Mr. President, Christmas is on the corner. How is this abroad going to celebrate their Christmas? Where is the route?
This shege, it shall be permanent. It shall be permanent. You see, this shege from Kolu shall be permanent. It shall be permanent. 8 years. 8 years.
8 years.
You see all this noise, all this, they are just like, what do you call it? Whatever you are even facing right now, that contraption, this is just the beginning. According to according to Abokwari himself, fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning. Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
Elections have consequences.
That's
and right
correct.
now that a lot of you are feeling like you have electoral value. Okay? And now una go no say, right? No be una voted for Tifnungu. You only help to validate the fraud. About protection, enter another stage, make I tell you.
Walai.
Last Friday, one of them had to say, Omo, let's break up this country. As it don't reach that level. They say, yes, you break up this country, everybody go their separate way. We go to our own Araba country, Abiarewa, Araba. Come on, let's fucking go.
Wallahi, a ra'ayina da masu ra'ayi irin nawa ƙasar nan ta rabu. A raba ta kawai. A raba ta Oduduwa su ɗauki nasu, Biyabara su ɗauki nasu, mu musulmi mu ɗauki namu. Wallahi wannan shine solution. A raba ta, a raba ƙasar, wannan shine ra'ayinmu, a raba ta. Su ci man su ma mai ɗin ne. A bar mu da shanunmu, a bar mu da wakenmu, a bar mu da gyaɗanmu, a bar mu da shinkafanmu, a bar mu da dawanmu, a bar mu da geronmu. Ku je ku ci. ku je ku ci fetur ɗin, ku je ku ci a raba ƙasar mu samu mu ɗan baka shari'a musulunci ba wata shegiya Ngozi ko Dabora da za ta zo ta tsirara suke radin.
Sorry guys, anybody that understands this Aosha can translate for us in the comment section this particular thing this man is saying.
Mamanta a waje da bata tarbiyyar ƴaƴanmu da bata ba shi ginda ta yi haka da sunan constitution ya bada right babu wannan a rabu kawai wallahi rabuwan kasa da shi ne alheri ga musulunci ga musulmai wallahi tallahi shi ne kuma shi ne munafukan cikin mu da su kara bayyana mu gano su ko kudu ko arewa wallahi a raba ta domin ba za mu yarda ana kashe mana yan uwan musulmi ba mu kuma su suna zaune a nan lafiya ba zai yi ba gwamnati ki ta kinnot ba za mu yadda ba za mu yadda a kashe mutane musu suna zaune a lafiya suna ɗebe mace tattalin arzikin ƙasa ba za mu yadda ba wannan ba an fa zo wajen red line ba za mu yadda da wannan ba ne gaskiyar magana ba za mu yadda ba yawa ko da a yi stopping ko kuma a yi yaƙi wannan shine gaskiyar magana.
Dojo is saying slow but surely, steady, right? Even though majority of those who were screaming Yoruba nation with us suddenly just switched to begin to turn to emergency lover of Nigeria because of Tinubu. Now they are saying that let Yoruba nation wait first. Let Tinubu scatter everything first. Baba, same thing is happening now. Those who told us that Nigeria is not breakable, they are now saying Kasana Tarubu. Kilonje Kasana Tarubu. Break it up and let me share our garden. Everybody they go their own separate ways. Slow but surely. Now you are hearing them. It be like say I'm actually like it is crackling, okay? Like it's funny. You see, the Northerners are now saying that see, if Tinubu did not poll 150,000 votes.
The Northerners are getting really angry now, and you can see this is a protest. A protest calling on President Trump to intervene. This is another protest.
Peaceful protest can see Trump was come in Nigeria. He was come. We support the coming of American soldiers in Nigeria. And President Trump was coming in Nigeria. Yes, as you can see, we are protesting peaceful protests. We support the coming of President Trump in Nigeria. This killing of Christians is too much in Nigeria. We need Trump to come in Nigeria to fight against these terrorists. We need Trump. We are in support of President Trump. Look at it. Thousands of Christians have been killed in Nigeria. Thousands of Christians have been slaughtered in Nigeria. And the world is keeping silent. Thousands of Christians have been slaughtered in Nigeria. Thousands. So we support President Trump. But we are begging President Trump. President Trump, please don't disappoint us. We Nigerian Christians are still waiting for you. The killing is still going on. We are begging President Trump to fulfill his promise. The killing is still going on. Do you support President Trump? We need Trump. Trump must come to Nigeria to fight against these terrorists.
Guys, these people protesting, saying that Trump should come. Okay, look at what happened yesterday in the church. The youths choir youth already, started protesting. They have started protesting. Let us listen to this.
Your boys are not smiling at all. I lie. I mean, you smile. So, this is a live video in Nairobi City. So, pertaining to what really happened yesterday.
The youth took to the street and blocked the Kwara Kogi Highway in response to the deadly terrorist attack on Christ Apostolic Church in Eruku.
Àwọn ojú mímọ́ ẹ jẹ́ wọ́n padà ní kán máa padà lọ. Ẹ bá tẹ ẹ mọ́ bá àwọn ẹ̀dẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn sóko. Kí ló dé bẹ́ẹ̀ ló tó ti kú? No, wọ́n ní gbígbẹ́ lájà ìjà máa lọ. Bájò mo bọ̀, mo bísí báyìí mo wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́. Everywhere is blocked by. Boys are not smiling at all. Hey! Ẹgbẹ́.
This Kwara incident that happened, I'm just so disturbed. Like, where are the security men? Where are they? The police, where are they? The vigilantes, where are they? I know the couple of months have been a lot of stress for all the agencies. There's an error somewhere. There's a problem somewhere. Internal sabotage. You get, and if we don't really look at those people sabotaging the effort of the forces, I don't think this thing can really end, guys. Guys, look at it. It's so painful. I couldn't watch that video. It pained me so badly. You get, so badly. Felt so bad. This is another report coming in.
One in the morning.
Let's watch this one.
Nigerians.
This one says, breaking, man reveals that terrorists attack and abducted 10 people, while several others were injured at Tara and Garinzago in Sabon Beni local government area, extending to Dabangi Nyama in Wuno LG Sokoto last night around 1 a.m. Last night again, around 1 a.m.
Early this morning, around like 20 minutes past 1 in the morning, this early morning. Bandits in their numbers, they stormed Terra community in Sabo Bini local government of Sokoto State this morning. I got that intel, I got that information. This because I don't sleep. I don't sleep. See this my eyes. I don't sleep. The highest I can sleep is, let me not lie, 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes. Sometimes I go like 2 days, 3 days without sleeping. This is the note. Now what did I assign? With this? So when I got that intel, I posted it, which is the best I can do. I posted it that 1:30, I think between 1:20 or 1:30. I posted the intel. See you. This is my post. Where I was also asking the security agencies to help. You see all these things we are posting here, they are seeing it. Nigerians, these people are seeing it. I swear to God, who made not rest in the Allah, soon again, they are seeing it. If you think that they are not seeing it, if you want to bet me that the security agencies are not seeing this thing, let me post one post now attacking Mr. President. Let me post and attack Mr. President. You will know that they are seeing all these things we are posting here. Immediately, you see them flying like a bat. They'll fly like a bat and come to fetch me. Because I don't attack them. But if it has to do with us, it doesn't concern them.
Tap on your screen, guys. Tap on your screen.
It has to do with us.
Please like the live, guys.
See, I posted it. And yet, this morning, I received information that those guys, bandits that stormed that terror community, they later kidnapped 10 people, 7 male, 3 female, and they left few numbers of injured. This one happened today. Today is 19th of November 2025. When I'm giving you these things, I tell you the time, I give you dates, I tell you local government, I tell you the place. I don't want to be like they said, no, the time, place, local government, at the verse, I'm angry. If not for the youth that later realized that, man, we are on our own in this country, they have to step up, mobilize themselves, and these guys, they retreat. But already the deed has been done. 10 people, 10 were kidnapped. Go and do your finding. Terror community in Sabombini, 10, 7 male, 3 female, and they give you facts. This one happened this month. Today is 19th. You saw the one that happened yesterday in Eruku, Kwara State. You saw it. I also posted it. We are in a church. The church we are having their live session, prayer. Bandits entered the church. They unalived 4 people and kidnapped others, including the pastor. They kidnapped the pastor last night. We are in a war. Nigerians, we are in a war at the best. It is high time every single one of you out there realize that we Nigerians, we are in a war.
A serious one.
Don't let anybody deceive you. We're there for war.
Welcome, guys.
So prepare. Every day of your life, as you're going out, prepare as if to say you are going to fight the war. Because the war we did. Especially those in the north here. Bro, don't sleep and think that the federal government of bandits care about you. Don't sleep and think that this federal government of bandits, these ones, care about you. Defend yourself. Defend yourself. Defend yourself.
Defend yourself. So now, the way it is now, guys, look at it this way. Churches now need to kind of find a way to secure themselves. You know, if it's employ the services of security men, armed security men, you understand, armed security men to defend them, you know, it will really help to reduce all this killing in churches. And churches also have to try and look at ways to, you know, redesign their church for at least have an exit. Because I believe that if there was an exit in that church, like a back door, some people would have been able to escape. My thoughts, you know. So it's so painful. May God console the families of the victims. May God grant them eternal rest. So, you know, on this Nnamdi Kanu, we all know that Nnamdi Kanu's case is going to be judged on the 20th, which is tomorrow. So let's look at these people. They call themselves the American Veterans of Igbo Descent, AVID, Ambassadors for Self-Determination and the Rising Sun Group. Briefing after a successful meeting in Washington, D.C. with the U.S. congressmen ahead of arrival of rogue delegation of Nigerian government officials today. This was posted by Kanunta Kanu, saying the last part says Christian genocide is real in Nigeria. Guys, let's listen to what they are saying.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your viewing location. My name is Evans Wongpo. We are gathered here on a cold afternoon of November 18th to meet with lawmakers of the United States of America to make sure that we tell them the real story of what's going on underground in Nigeria. My name is Dr. Sylvester Onyavi, President. I am calling from Washington, D.C. Here we go again. Honorable Motoshaw on the 20th will be delivering his judgment to an innocent man. I want him to be on record that the President of Nigeria, President Ahmed Tinubu, have just said that justice is not for sale. That goes for Omotosho to know that he cannot be bought with money to deliver the wrong judgment to a man like Nnamdi Kanu. We are watching. The world is watching. We are in capital city here in Washington, D.C.
My name is Dr. Chukwuemeka Ofo. I'm a member of the American Veterans of Igbo Descent organization. We know quite well that the Nigerian government sponsored the creation of Bubago and the Agbonel Chamber just to kill our youths and blame it on innocent people. And that is how they have put up this. Also, the Christian genocide in Nigeria is God-given liberty.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Please like the live.
People are suffering in Nigeria. Over 10 million people are living in IDP camp.
Thank you.
And nobody is talking about them. Nobody is even talking about taking them to their ancestral homes. All they care about is doing the wrong thing all the time. So they have to change and repent, even though they say they are repenting terrorists. They are the ones that need to be repented. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is Reverend Father Dr. Augustine Odimegwa. Like my colleagues have said, we are here to meet with a couple of congressmen here in the Capitol. First of all, to re-emphasize against the narratives that are going on around that there is an existential genocide going on in Nigeria. And besides the genocide, we brought a lot of other things to the attention, including the issue of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who was the whistleblower that alerted our people about this genocide that was coming. And today, he has been held in solitary confinement, despite the fact that the United Nations, the Kenyan court, Appeal Court of Nigeria, and several court judgments.
Thank you, Sendo Records. Thank you.
Is still holding him
Appreciate.
in solitary
Thanks so much. Please like the live.
Clear to the lawmakers that this is not acceptable. Nigeria is practicing democracy. America is the beacon of democracy, so we brought it to them so that they hold Nigerian government accountable. They cannot continue to pretend that they are running democracy and be doing outright unjust practices, especially against an innocent man, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you. My name is Ben Wampo. I am the Executive Director of Ambassador for Self-Determination, a humanitarian organization that seeks to help any person, any group that are being oppressed by their own government or by any organizations, as you will. So I'm glad to hear the President of Nigeria, Tinubu, to talk about justice. And he emphasized that justice is not for sale. And I want to say congratulations. I want to see him do justice to the downtrodden in the country. I want to see him do justice to 4 to 5 million Christians that are in IDP camp, or AKA concentration camp, where these children are exposed to the elements, where they don't have any shelter, where they are left to be preyed upon
by creeping things and what have you. So we are here to lend our voice, okay, to the Congress of the United States, and I am glad that they are listening. They are asking very important questions. The case of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu Tinubu must be addressed if you want justice. They are trying to prosecute and condemn and convict an innocent person. You cannot derive injustice, justice from injustice, or legality from illegality. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was a kidnapped victim. You are standing in a place of judgment, judging your own victim. How shameful. You kept him in prison for 7 years for Christ's sake. So if you talk about justice, we want to see you do justice concerning Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Release him and allow him to go home. That is justice. If you cannot do that, you shouldn't talk about justice.
Again, don't forget the repealed law, double jeopardy, extraordinary rendition. That goes for motor shop. If you think you can jail Nnamdi Kanu, you're jailing the Holy Post, and we're not going to stand for that. Thank you.
So guys, you can hear these people. They call themselves the American veterans of Igbo descendants, AVID, ambassadors for self-determination and the Rising Sun Group. They have called on the president and the judge in charge of tomorrow's verdict. Guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think would be the outcome of the tomorrow's judgment? What do you have in mind? Please let me know in the comment section. You know, this other one here, someone said, remember the day Afonja Yoruba signed away their lives and inheritance to Fulani terrorists. Okay, apparently this was like when they called themselves for a conference meeting where they try to talk about peace deals and all. You understand? But I don't think the other party is keeping to the end of the bargain. Let us
read out the agreement. Very simple. Very simple. Article Soro Bedouin Abin also, we have discussed this. Coordinator, sir, we have discussed this. Your Excellency, we have done that. So, Maka, very simple text. The our mentor over our side. This is to affirm that farmers and cattle herders in southwest zone of Nigeria have agreed to work together and in harmony for the benefit of both parties and Nigeria in general. Great farmers signed this day, Thursday, 18th April 2024. Àwọn olóríwọ̀ àwọn ọ̀gá wa tí wọ́n bá sign, Prince Segun Daseolu, coordinator for Southwest Commodities Farmers Organization. Ẹnìkejì ni bàbá wa Alhaji Baba Usman Ngazarma, National President, Mayeti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MAGBA, and His Excellency Kemi Odoku, the witness Thank you so much.
So you can see them, guys. You can see them signing the agreement with Mayeti Allah, so they can have some sort of peace in the community. So there will not be issue of kidnapping and all. You get, but as you can see it, guys, it looks like this agreement, these peace deals, they are not yielding positive results, because if they are we should by now be seeing results. All these issues of kidnappings by now should be over. But guys, when this particular issue of kidnapping here and there, when will it stop? When? You can see this one of those lawmakers in Canada raising this issue, during the section.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today to bring attention to the tragedy Christians in Nigeria are experiencing. The deadly terrorist organization Boko Haram is trying to eliminate the Christian faith from Nigeria. This is the same terrorist group that kidnapped dozens of young schoolgirls and burned innocent civilians alive in cages. According to reports, over 3.5 million people have been forced to flee their homes. 3 churches are destroyed every single day. 7,000 Christians were massacred this year alone, and the faithful must now meet in secret or in burnt-out sanctuaries. Sadly, the world is turning a blind eye to the plight of Christians in Nigeria. There are no embedded journalists covering the violence. There are not daily updates. Politicians around the world are not asked questions about how they will respond. We cannot ignore this violence and tragic loss of life. We must speak out and shine a light on what's happening so that people can donate to relief efforts and provide support to those displaced by violence. To my brothers and sisters in Christ, we know you know the power of prayer. We will not forget you. Stay strong. Keep the faith.
You can see Canadian conservative call out Christian persecution in Nigeria. Guys, the result, what we are going to see after all this genocide left and right, is not going to be very appealing. It's not going to be very appealing. You can see this next video I want to play now. A Catholic bishop of Nsukka, Bishop Godfrey Honor, speaking about how the violence on Christians in Nigeria is comparable to the crucifixion of Christ. Guys, let us listen to this so
who knows
dissect it.
How many Christians? A new video trending on social media by the Catholic Bishop of Nsukka, Bishop Godfrey Honor, speaking about how the suffering of Christians in Nigeria is comparable to the crucifixion of Christ and how Christian schools in Nigeria have been sabotaged by the federal government. Let's take a look.
Since after the takeover of schools, who has the correct statistics of the number of churches that have been burnt down in this country? Who knows how many Christians have been killed in this country because they are Christians? Some right inside the church. Some will tell you these are criminals. They are not just targeting Christians. Take it easy. How many of those who perpetrate these crimes have been arrested and prosecuted? How many of them are in jail? How many of them have faced the death penalty? The Catholic Church is against the death penalty. I'm talking about Nigerian law. And some Christians are being provoked legitimately to react. Anytime any of them reacts, they are said to be taking the laws into their hands. But all those who trample the law with their feet, trample upon the law. They kill, they rape, they maim, they sack farmers, they harvest crops of farmers and feed it to their cattle. And when you say no, why are you doing this? It is death. And when they do that, they record it and post it to government to see. If you ask them question, you are killed. If you chase them away and while running away they die, you'll be condemned to death.
All right, this was quite the message from the bishop.
The bishop was talking about burning of churches. In researching this matter, I don't talk with Alpha. Or did you know that there's something called cultural genocide? You don't even need to kill people. But the fact that you are burning religious places, trying to exterminate languages and all of that, is part of cultural genocide. So for those that are arguing, oh, there's no Christian genocide, the burning of a lot of churches, is that not part of cultural genocide? So I'm asking the question. See, we all want the problem to be solved. And like I've always said, it's not a contest to pit Muslims against Christians and all of that. No. Because both Muslims or Christians, they are all victims. How can we solve the problem? But the first part, and I don't like what this government has done, is that you not accepting you have a problem in itself is a problem. The attempt to go use government officials to do all sorts of propaganda is not the way forward. Mitigating the plights of people is not the way forward because we want to look good on the international scene. Let us accept there's a problem and how can we solve it?
Exactly. Guys, I really appreciate you guys. Wherever you are joining me from, I say welcome. I say welcome. Please like the live. So earlier today, a security expert, he spoke about alerting the agencies, the right agencies. He said, I warned the state government and Nigerian security agencies 6 hours before the Fulani militia attack, but my warnings were ignored. The kidnapping in Kebbi State was entirely preventable if they had acted on the intelligence I provided. This was a security expert, Dr. Yahuza Getso, that what he said during the live interview today. Let us listen to it, guys.
Sakaba and Okosogu.
Let's listen to it.
Dr. Getso, thank you very much for your time. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, fantastic. What's your immediate reaction to this? What was your immediate reaction to the news of our?
Well, my immediate reaction is that I was not surprised for what has happened. And I expect more to happen. I'm not praying for. But the reality on ground is the fact that I provided some useful information hours before the incident. If those informations were not ignored, if at all it was utilized accordingly, we wouldn't have found ourselves where we are. Because I had a privileged information of presence of these guys around Yauri, Rijau, Sakaba, and Okosogu. About around 4 to 5 p.m., and I keep tracking their movements through my network around the area, and I have been providing this information to those who are responsible for utilizing it.
Was it after the abduction?
However,
or before the abduction?
At the time when it happens, you cannot tell me that we allow our airspace management to be under the control of the coward criminals. Because it's something we could have managed. When the information sparks, we will have utilized it to use the airstrike to follow up with them through the air, which they don't have control over, and be able to man the situation accordingly. It is internal sabotage and negligence. It is combined irresponsibility and irresponsibleness of the attitude of our security agencies and the inability to hold people accountable and responsible for the responsibilities given. It is obvious that these issues are manageable and these issues are issues that we can manage. We are only neglecting and we are only not doing what we're supposed to do. That is why we are having these issues continually.
Okay. Dr. Getso, your intelligence report and then those who you had, your sources were tracking the movement of these gunmen. And did you get the information before, after the kidnapping?
I got the information more than 6 hours before. And I relayed the information to the right authority more than 5 hours before. Because I had to certify the information before I release it. So I certified it. I got it sometimes around 6 p.m. So between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. a day to the event, I scrutinized the information and I affirmed it, and I relayed it to the right authority. And I know even the communities around have also relayed same information.
Okay.
And like a report says, there are even military formations around the area, surrounding. If at all we have barricaded the 5 local government or 6, that is Kontagora, Rijau, Mashingu, Mariga, Sakaba, Danko Sogu, Zuru, Fakai, and part of Mo, we could have been able to handle this situation accordingly. Because these guys are moving freely, as free as air, as free as the governor is moving in the government house. Within these areas, of these local government areas I have listed out. And if anybody wants to prove me wrong, I can be apprehended. I have my proven records and I have my evidence. And anybody who wants to prove me wrong can get me anytime. I'm ready. Nigeria is our country and we will not continue to keep quiet while our people are being killed like ants. We will not keep quiet. We'll continue to talk and we will continue to generate evidences. Okay. And we are ever ready to continue to provide necessary intelligence and necessary support to security agencies as far as they are ready to utilize it or they are not ready to utilize it. Whether they want to use it or they don't want to use it will not be tied and will not be deterred by any irresponsible corrupt person not to provide those information.
Fantastic.
We consider this as our responsibility as citizens of Nigeria, and I am taking the responsibility of generating this information, and I'll continue to generate it, and I'll continue to send it around for the utilization or misuse.
Dr. Getso,